What's up, guys? It's Alex. Got quite an interesting game. This is the Mugulus Cup finals, part of the revival circuit. We're starting with game two because it's a bit more hype. Sue me. We've seen a slacking lead with now Moltres in on the Metagross, expecting the Metagross to go out. So really a good time to get Slaking back in. Does a huge chunk to the Metagross considering that is resisted. And here you see why this team is so hype. Both Slaking and Umbreon. I'm excited to see what Umbreon will do except for Pursuit. It does Wish here, and Slaking is in again. But moves out this time into the Umbreon. Here you see one of its many uses. The beat up really doesn't do that much. A Psychic is done out by the Wish. So Moltres is going to against the Charizard. Here you see like just lots of little turns, but this is the first turn that people are kind of staying in and going blow for blow. I don't know if they meant to do this, but I figure, yeah, both didn't have much else to do. Moltres is happy to take the Fire Blast PP, considering that it's rest. It's not a common set. So very happy to take that. I wonder if it's going to be able to finish sleeping. I don't see a lot of mons that it can do that on. And the Suicune here putting out a substitute, which would have taken quite a lot of damage, but the Encore is going to force it out. Encore not often seen on Slaking, so a nice tech to bring. Yeah, here you see the Moltres. It's just trying to get its sleep turns, but it's quite hard. Yeah, maybe it will need another. Maybe it will need another wish from Umbreon to finish sleeping, but it is already on 2, so it looks like it is going to make it. Yeah, there it goes. Another Psychic, another wish, and it should wake up now. Yeah, there it is. So it looks like it's a little bit stuck here on the Charizard Moltres. Like, both don't have that good of a switch in. Though I suppose the Umbreon is going to get the Charizard out again. The game is starting to get a little bit slow, so I'm starting to think I'll switch. I'll start skipping. But here's the Slaking again. I don't know if it can Encore on this turn. Yeah, it does. So Suicune is just going to go out. Slaking goes out as well. And the Claydol is just going to get a spin off. But Fortress is still more than healthy. No, it's not. It's at 30% now, so that's quite nice. Quite nice that they have Claydol. Quite nice that they got the spike off with Fortress. But I'm going to skip a couple turns now because it is a little bit slow. Nice to get the Zapdos Toxic, of course. But with so many switches, it really doesn't matter too much. Suicune is now finally getting a bit of damage, but still just a little bit slow. Back to Charizard's on the Moltres, but Charizard's almost gone. Blissey unrevealed set. It's just a Seismic Toss. I'm back into Umbreon. on the explosion. So something happening finally. I thought the Umbreon was quite useful, but you never. Wow, what a hyper beam! That's quite insane. I don't know if I was expecting that. Maybe you see something on the chat about it. No. I'm in danger, says Jumpy. Titor gets a DD, but has to move out on the Swampert again. Swampert just protects, which is quite brave. You don't want to you don't want the Tyranitar to DD up again, but I suppose that wasn't very likely. Well, we're 2 for 2, and Slaking is back in. It's going to be able to get another hit off. Yeah, and was just going to let go of the Suicune, so now you see a real lead, finally. Again, just getting that Slaking in. I don't think it's even gotten a wish, so that's really nice for Jumpy. It's still almost full health. And down goes the Charizard finally as well against the rest Moltres. It's just a Claydol and a Tyranitar here, so it looks over. So I'm going to skip a couple turns. Yeah, just a bit of switching. Titor is going to get another Dragon Dance. We're already on turn 70. So it's going to get another hit off here, but another Dragon Dance? Seismic Toss? Yeah, just wanted to sack the Blissey, not to risk it. But I don't think even with 2 DDs that's going to get through this 90% Perth. And Jumpy says, don't crit Perth. It hasn't. There is a flinch, so there's another chance. You can read there's a lot going on in the chat, but that was it. It didn't crit the Swampert. It didn't get another crit. And with just a Claydol left. That was it. So really interesting game. It was quite long, so all I will say for the analysis is that the Charizard slowly getting worn down really hurts, and getting the Slaking in safely every time, and it having Encore, and hitting the Hyper Beam on Zapdos was just insane. There wasn't a really good answer to it either, so that really didn't help. But here you see the Snorlax already cursing up. Turn 5. It's just Roar here. And there's a Calm Mind Blissey on the other side as well, so I don't know if this is going to do much against the Jirachi. Yeah, and just into Snorlax that can start cursing up again as well, especially without Sand, especially with a Wish. That's quite nice. It's just going to try to get the Skarmory down a little bit. I have seen this, so I know the Snorlax is going to do a bit more later. But these Body Slams, like, just trying to get a Roar off, I suppose. Just trying to get a Roar off the Skarmory. But doesn't even Rapid Spin here. Just goes back into Snorlax. Just trying to paralyze the Skarmory. And there's a Curse on the Protect. So that Body Slam is going to do a little bit more now. And if you ever thought that Snorlax was bad against the Skarmory, here you have your answer. It does do something. with Fortress gone, like it is a little bit painful for Jumpy here, but there just doesn't seem to be a good Snorlax answer. Like Skarmory isn't going to do anything, Blissey isn't going to do anything, Melodic isn't going to do anything. So that's why you can just bring it in again and again, and it really doesn't matter. And he really doesn't have to be scared of the spikes either, because he just has a clay doll. I assume it's bulky, so it's not going to go anywhere. And in the chat, Jumpy says, please power already. I assume that's what it was, part of what he was trying to do on the Skarmory. It has to come in again, the Skarm, because it's the best answer. But with this curse going up and up, like it's just a bit painful. And there's the paralysis finally, but this Skarmory is almost gone. And there's a full health Claydol in the back. So if I were to say anything, is that this team just wasn't prepared for Cursed Snorlax. But of course it hurts to lose the Fortress. I assumed that was also Snorlax. Otherwise it's a little bit slow, so I might start skipping a little bit. Snorlax is just going to get wished up again. It's just going to curse again, I assume. And ice beaming Snorlax, like it's starting to just seem a little bit desperate. It appears Johnald knows what's coming. And that body slam does a lot. The paralysis as well has to move out just for fear of another hit. And there's a critical hit, so this Snorlax is going to town. Moves out on the Claydol, potentially fearing an explosion. I don't know if it would have done that much, and turns out he wasn't going to. But another crit, so that's the second crit. Jumpy says my bad. Johnald says it's all good. And a Duck Trio on a Jirachi, but it's too little, too late. It would appear. And finally gets the kill after 2 turns. I'm going to start skipping a little bit because it's a little bit slow and we can see what's going to happen. A rapid spin and an explosion, so that's perfect. No more Skarmory, no more spikes. You don't need Claydol anymore. And just to back into Snorlax again, who there's no answer for. He's just going to keep hitting. There's a self-destruct, but it doesn't matter because I assume this Suicune is Calm Mind, and the Melodic isn't going to do anything about that. And there's a forfeit and a GG's. So, like I said, the Snorlax could be brought in again and again. There was an encounter. It could get wished up. Definitely one of the win conditions of the team. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.